Hello everybody, today we will cook chicken for $10, $50, and $100. So, the first most standard set of products is worth $10. First, sprinkle the chicken with seasonings and dry garlic. Now let's open a good mayonnaise and pour it into a bowl. Here we're going to squeeze out some spicy mustard, salt, and mix well. Now let's fill a syringe with this mixture in advance and rub the rest into the chicken. We'll put it onto a stand and squirt it directly into the meat. This method greatly accelerates the pickling of the chicken. That's it, you can shove the chicken into the oven. Set it to 200 degrees and wait 1 hour until it's baked. Done. Let's take it out of the oven. We're left with a pretty standard chicken. I think everyone would absolutely love this. Now let's try the most delicious part, the leg. As you would expect, it's delicious. The next set of products cost $50. Here we have flour, homemade broiler chicken, Ariane, corn syrup, cactus fruits, 10 liters of oil, and spices. The basis of the marinade will be Iran. We open up the bottles and pour these into a high container. Here, for spiciness, we'll add a lot of red pepper. For the smell, we add black pepper and dried ginger. Of course, salt. And now mix up our marinade. Suck this all up into a syringe. And first of all, fill the breast. As well as the lower legs. We put the chicken into a bowl and pour the remaining marinade in. Turn it breast side down so that most of the meat is in the marinade. We'll leave this in the fridge for 5 hours so that the marinade penetrates well. After this, we pour some flour and some durum wheat into a gastric capacity. We take the already marinated chicken, dip it back into the marinade, shake off any excess amount of liquid, and transfer it into the gastric capacity. Sprinkle with flour on all sides. In a bowl with the marinade, add a dollop of water to increase the volume. So it's time to dip the chicken into the marinade. It needs to get completely wet. And another layer of breadcrumbs. Repeating this process, we make a third layer. Done. And now it's time to fill a cauldron with oil. Cover it up with a lid so that it heats faster, and now chop some wood. And now we're going to light a fire. We lower the chicken into the moderately heated oil. It should barely boil, because such a large volume of meat should have time to cook inside. After 20 minutes, we take out the chicken with a brown crust from the deep fryer. Done. I think very many people have eaten such a chicken. It turned out really crispy. You haven't forgotten about the cactus fruit, have you? We're gonna make a sweet and sour sauce from them. If we cut the fruit in half, we will see the ripe pulp inside. We also cut the remaining ones. If the fruit is ripe, then the pulp is easy to get out, so we dump it into the saucepan. Top that off with the juice of 1 lemon. Add a little water and put it on the stove. Boil for 10 minutes. And add some corn syrup. Mix this with the rest of the ingredients. Now we just need to thicken it with starch. Our sauce is almost ready. It remains to be wiped through a sieve so that all of the bones in it remain. That's it, the tropical sweet and sour sauce is ready. Let's cut a piece of our crispy chicken. Dip it in the sauce and taste. It is freaking delicious. We're gonna turn to the most royal set of products for today for 100 bucks. We've got artichokes, soy sauce, truffle honey, red wine, truffle, Brussels sprouts, mini peppers, mini carrots, oringo mushrooms, caviar, cream, and gold leaf. This is an imitation gold leaf because with the real 100 bucks, we would definitely not have been able to get some. Well, the most unusual thing is this blue chicken. The breed is called Chinese silk chicken. It has blue skin and black bone. So let's start with the marinade. Pour the red wine into a bowl. Here is some soy sauce so that the marinade is salty. For sweetness, we use truffle honey. Let's take a tablespoon and mix it up so that the honey dissolves in the marinade. As with the previous chickens, we'll stuff it with the marinade. And completely immerse it in the marinade. We leave this all in the fridge for 5 hours, after which we stuff the chicken into a bag and vacuum it shut. We're gonna fix this chicken sous vide style. We also have some mini carrots. Let's cut off their tails and stuff them into a bag as well. And vacuum. The same action is repeated with Brussels sprouts and mini bell peppers. Now everything is ready. Now let's pour some hot water into the sous vide. We put everything inside. So we're gonna constantly maintain a temperature of 70 degrees. After 10 minutes, we take out the cabbage and peppers. And then after another 5 carrots, pour some oil into a frying pan and pour out all the vegetables into it. Fry them on high heat for just a couple of minutes. And then add the oringo mushrooms. When the vegetables are covered with a crust, add some little red wine, a little truffle honey, salt, and cover the vegetables with resulting glaze. Done. Now we'll make some truffle tortillas. We need some flour, boiling water, salt, and we take some black truffle out of a jar. This is not the most expensive truffle, but for tortillas it's more expensive to use, and there's no point. We're gonna cut it on the grater. A little olive oil, and knead the dough. Done. We divide this into 6 identical pieces with a knife. Each piece is sprinkled with flour and rolled out with a rolling pin. And to make the shape perfectly round, we use an iron ring. We made 6 of these bad boys. Now fry them in a frying pan. The cake starts to inflate, so it's time to turn them over. We put the finished tortillas on a plate and cover them with a towel so that they remain soft. We're gonna fry all of our tortillas like this. Done. Now it's time for some artichoke sauce. We open up the jar and see the already peeled artichoke pulp, which is what we need. We dump them into a bowl and turn it into a puree using an immersion blender. Salt, and pour in some heavy cream. We repeatedly immerse this with our blender. Pour the almost ready sauce onto a flat plate, turn on the smoke generator, and ignite some wood chips. We're gonna want to collect more of this smoke under the hood. Now we wait 15 minutes for the smoke to settle on the surface of the sauce. That's it, the artichoke sauce with the aroma of smoke is ready. The chicken was cooked for 4 hours in sous vide and it is definitely ready. We open it up and plate it. Now you need to decorate the chicken with some gold leaf. It sticks easily to a wet surface. And we even it out with a brush. Then we cut off some smaller pieces and cover all the gaps with it. We put the golden chicken on a dish, then our artichoke sauce, and mini vegetables in a glaze. Also, I read in the cookbook that caviar goes well with the chicken. Therefore, we open a jar of red caviar and pour it into a small bowl. And finally, our truffle tortillas. For $100, we get not just a chicken, but a full-fledged dish. But how is it? So we take one of the tortillas, put some sauce on it, some vegetables in there, and most importantly, a piece of the chicken. And then on the flatbread. The meat of the chicken is much darker and denser. So let's cut a couple more pieces. And in the end, red caviar. We're left with a very beautiful taco. And now let's try it all together. You guys, this is so good. It's a pity that the caviar got some kind of oversalted, and it feels already at the end. As for me, the funniest part of these 3 chickens is the second one, with the crispy crust and the sweet and sour sauce. Give this video some likes, you guys, write what else to cook for a different amount, and subscribe to this channel. Bye, everybody!